The Blazer isn't the off-road scrambler you may remember from years ago. Today's Blazer is better suited to on-road performance with its sharp handling and well-damped ride. There's a cost, however, for its show-stopping Camaro-like design. Rear headroom is severely compromised and utility is limited given its small cargo capacity. So, without further ado, let's look at 9 things you need to know before buying the 2024 Chevrolet Blazer. The Blazer knows that crossovers don't have to be boring, which is exactly why it takes a page out of its high-performance cousin's book, the Camaro. The front of the vehicle is daunting, angular, and assertive. The boys at Chevy decided this year's model needed an even larger grille than the previous one. It's as if the front is a gaping maw eager to devour its target, the open road. The rest of the vehicle appears to acquiesce and mold itself into this single vision. Given all the stoops and slopes of the crossover, a driver would be difficult to ignore in traffic. In the rear, the roof has a slight decline from the front, making the vehicle appear curvier and more agile. Curviness is accentuated further with the flared rear quarter panels. Finally, the rear hatch makes an effort to jut out the section with the Chevy badge on it, just in case the people in owner passes happen to forget the Blazer's make. The base model comes with a 2.0-liter inline 4-cylinder engine that produces 228 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Meanwhile, the V6 you can get with the Blazer is no slouch. It's a respectable 3.6-liter 6-cylinder that graces the crossover with 308 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. In addition, the satisfying hum that comes from such an engine whenever the driver puts their foot on the gas is lovely. Overtaking slower traffic will be a breeze. The V6 in the Blazer allows passing with authority while giving those in the rearview mirror a heartwarming sonata from the exhaust as a parting gift. This crossover is clearly for selflessness at heart. Most crossovers don't focus much on the sports part of the term SUV. Then again, the Chevrolet Blazer isn't like most crossovers. Instead, the Blazer takes a different approach, one that again taps into the Camaro spirit. This crossover is equipped with a fully independent suspension that is fine-tuned for optimal handling. The Chevy can be had with an up to 21-inch beefy wheel and tire combo for extra grip. Along with the heavy steering, the attributes make this car feel assured of itself in the corners, making short work of twists and turns that would easily upset lesser competitors. Sure, one could argue that the purpose of any SUV is to be able to store a lot of things comfortably, and there's no need for anything athletic. That's what cars are for, so they say. However, the Blazer opts to be a true crossover between a car's sportiness and an SUV's utility. In doing so, it carves out a name for itself in the market just as well as it carves up the asphalt. One might suppose that a sporty SUV might not be the most comfortable. While understandable, the Chevrolet Blazer does not fall victim to such a supposition. The very same tuned suspension that helps perform well in the corners keeps passengers comfy. This SUV is equipped with 2-way adjustable head restraints in the front and rear. An 8-way power driver seat comes standard, and on the higher-end trims like the 3LT and RS, the co-pilot gets a 6-way power seat. All this comfort in the front will make the just missed an exit conversations way more bearable. In addition, rear passengers won't need to groan for lack of legroom. There's enough stretch-out space back there to keep anybody sitting from becoming a grumpy backseat driver, cutting down total road trip drama by at least a third. If one opts for the powerful aforementioned V6 engine, they might be concerned about torque steer. In front-wheel drive vehicles, this means the powerful torque generated pulls the vehicle in ways that the driver does not intend. Thankfully, the Chevrolet Blazer has available all-wheel drive, completely negating that concern. If anyone has ever been bummed out about not being able to tow much with their vehicles, they can rejoice with this crossover. With the available all-wheel drive and optional V6 put together, the Blazer can haul up to 4,500 pounds of whatever someone wants to hitch to the back of this thing. This thing could tow itself if it wanted to. This Chevy pulls its weight. Thanks to the all-wheel drive system, any driver can feel confident driving in inclement weather conditions. It will also get an attentive driver off the line first in their bid to grab the best parking space at their local mall. Some great options exist for people who like to drive comfortably in any season. The Chevrolet Blazer has built-in driving options, including one for snow and ice. Paired with the aforementioned all-wheel drive system, this crossover will remain planted and studied on the street, whatever Mother Nature throws at it. The available heated and ventilated front seats will keep the driver and front passenger happy regardless of the weather. One can even opt for the heated rear outboard seats on the RS trim. A heated steering wheel is standard on the RS trim as well. Anyone who hates freezing hands-on while waiting for their car to warm up will appreciate this handy feature. Stepping inside, the Blazer doesn't just have looks and performance going for it, there's convenient interior technology as well. A standard 10.2-inch infotainment touchscreen in the center console. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto both come standard. A driver can easily listen to their custom playlist on their phone and charge it with available wireless charging to make longer drives a breeze. No one likes to be halfway through a road trip only to be playlistless. The list of interior goodies doesn't end there, though. The tech-savvy driver will be delighted to find this car is Wi-Fi hotspot capable across all models. You can equip this SUV with an available 8-speaker Bose audio system. An array of USB ports can also be found within the available auxiliary input jack and SD card reader. If that wasn't enough, the vehicle health management system is there for those who can't remember if they changed their oil 5 weeks ago or 5 years ago. If anyone has ever driven a larger vehicle, they know that maneuvering that thing around can be a pain in the rump. Thankfully, the Chevrolet Blazer has a boatload of driving assist features, making scooting it around much less stressful. A couple of these involve automatic braking. If this vehicle detects a vehicle or pedestrian that it will soon collide with, it will issue an auditory warning and brake by itself if no action is taken. There is also a built-in following distance calculator that shows how much time there is between the front of the Blazer and the rear of the car in front of it. Chevy Safety Assist features a forward collision alert and automatic emergency braking, a lane keep assist with lane departure warning, a following distance indicator, front pedestrian braking, and IntelliBeam high beam assist. But wait, there's more. There's an active lane keep assist in place that will automatically correct the vehicle's course if it detects too much lane drift. For driving in the dark, an automatic high beam system will turn itself off should opposing headlights be detected. Such a system is sure to cut down incidents of late-night road rage. Of course, there is no substitute for alert and safe driving practices. Stay focused on the road, people. This car received a maximum of 5 stars from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration for overall safety. Yes, the sloped roof does indeed have cabin and cargo space. However, the space that is there is used well. The rear seats can be slid back and forth and pressed flat for a maximum cargo space of 64.2 cubic feet. Expect a center console with substantial space for all the snacks necessary for an epic road trip. There are several small pockets around the cabin for beef jerks if needed. Just in case, it's always good to have a stash lying around. The Blazer is decked out with enough capacity to make any trip a successful one. Whether going out on the town or a cross-country adventure, they can be sure they'll have all the space they need to prevent sudden onset hangry disorder.